You be hating and I see why. Because you don't know me. Baby, let's talk Miss Legends allegories the Bible because it's the biggest allegory, motherhood, parenthood, in the streets of chaos. But mainly, let's talk about some risk, okay? I was talking to my friend the other day and I was like, I was supposed to make a video Sunday and really I got sidetracked doing other things that I didn't do it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. This was designed to heal, not to kill. Heal, not to kill. But let's talk about it because y'all know every now and then I talk about some things that I don't really care for. And I would really feel sad for you if you became one of those people that said, didn't I prophesy and cast demons out of your name? But you don't know me. Okay? Now, we all know that that's not verbatim of what it is, but you know what it is. Don't be one of those people that be swinging a sword. Because when you live by the sword, baby, you're going to die by the sword. Understand that. Don't end up being one of those people who do not know. And so let's talk about the allegory. Let's talk about some important stories. Remember, it was holy men. It was people of the church who swore they knew God and did not, that crucified Christ, right? It was those men. Stop playing. It was those people. Don't be those people who swears they know and crucifies Christ because they do not know. Okay, second thing. It was the serpent who said, if you bite from the tree of knowledge, you will know the difference between good and evil as God does. You will be just like God. Wasn't that what got people kicked out the kingdom of heaven? Wasn't that what made people fall? And if you look at the book of life, people are having a hard time ascending because they're too busy trying to be God instead of letting God be God. You're passing judgment and you're using scriptures to do so when you should not. If you're going to use the scriptures, use them to tell people how this knowledge has healed you, helped you, transformed you. Because that is the point of the story. I think so many people's minds have become warped and it's so much information and there's so many things, but we tend to forget that there's a lot of deception, which is why you're supposed to know yourself like no other, so that you know what is in you. You know your weaknesses. You know what you are liable to fall for, right? Know what you are liable to fall for. But also know that if you fall, because of God's grace and mercy, you can get back up again. The whole point of the story, because I'm going to give you the moral of the story, because some of y'all don't have it. And it's okay. We don't always have it until we have it. So many people will beat you down and say, Jesus is God's only son, and the book says he was not the only son. He was the only begotten son. And that is something people tend to overlook. It is the transformation from the Son of Man to the Son of God. If you believe that you can be transformed, it can happen for you too. That is the point of the story. The point of the story, that there's going to be so many things in life that wants to separate you from God, that wants to beat you down, that's going to betray you, that's going to hurt you. But if you believe, you can overcome all these things. It is told to you time and time again that there is nothing new under the sun. And I mean nothing new. So you should look at the book of life, which is life itself. See, we forget that God creates life. And that is why the life is living. It is the living word, because it is you, it is me, it is everyone in its entirety. And it is your testimony. What has the knowledge of God done for you? How did you use it? How did it transform you from a sinner to a saint? How did it help you get back up again? How did it fill you with love when you was empty? That is supposed to be what you are supposed to be doing. It is supposed to be the living testimony that because of the knowledge of God, my soul was saved. It is because of the knowledge of God that when my soul was on its last breath, God resurrected it. That is what you're supposed to be doing. Do not get in God's way. And I was telling my friend that these things really bother me because people be out here, I don't know their God they serve. I don't think they know my God. And I told her, I'm going to be real with you. When they start telling me they don't know my God, and I'm going to tell them, you right. You absolutely are right. Because my God brought me peace. My God cleared the confusion and gave me clarity. My God healed every wound in my body that I was hurting from. My God opened up a love inside me that I didn't know even existed, that was real. That is what my God has done for me, and that is what God can do for you. Here's the last thing I want to say. There's a lot of webs. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of truth, and there's a lot of deceptions. Consider the source. Sometimes you have to consider the source. A lot of things are given to you by the Vatican. A lot of things is given by the Queen for centuries. They have conquered and stolen a lot of spiritual information. A lot. Okay, I told you that the Pope had a mural of Isis and Osiris in its personal apartment. There is a lot of things that y'all don't understand. And that is why history is important. To know the times, to know where things come from. Because there was a lot of conquering and seizing of information and burning of information. Look at the book of life. Look at DeSantis and his agenda. He ain't trying to get rid of deception. He's trying to cover the truth. You think that the holy men who crucified the Spirit of God is going to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God? Y'all don't even tell the truth about yourselves. Y'all ain't even truthful about yourself. You won't even be honest with yourself. And you expect other people to be honest with you? Nothing new under the sun. Use your discernment. God is very much real. And I will tell you to concentrate on what Christ told you. Love yourself so you can extend that love to your neighbor. Know that God is real. Because when you are full of love, it leaves no space for things that don't serve you. You can become solid. You can become whole. But you need to believe it.